Hello everyone, so in this video we are going to be doing a summary of the final Age of Calamity trailer. This video has no spoilers, it is simply on the final trailer that came out today. So in this trailer we see that Zelda says we can do it if we're all together, and then we see various clips of her, and Impa encourages her, saying, "How can we lose? We have the champions, and Link and you." Then we see the Divine Beasts and Sidon, and then we hear King Dorephone's voice for the first time, which was very interesting. And then there was a little thing that arose that made me wonder about how canon the story is going to be, because they said it was going to be canon, and I have just gone off in all my videos this whole thing was going to be completely canon. But then we hear the king tell Zelda to go, and we see two active guardians, and Zelda should not have been at Hyrule Castle during the time of the Great Calamity when it first started. She should not have been there. She should have been away, coming down from her shrine that I believe was on Mount Lanayru. I believe it was the Shrine of Wisdom. She should have been coming down from there. She should not have been at Hyrule Castle leaving, because in Breath of the Wild we saw the four champions, and we saw Revali go up, and they were not at Hyrule Castle because he could see Ganon from where they were coming out of Hyrule Castle. So this makes me wonder, did they go from there to the castle and the king told them to leave? So that could have happened. It's just kind of hard to wrap your head around it because it doesn't make very much sense. But I guess they could have gone back. And then we also see the champions fighting their Blight Ganons. Now, this was very interesting to me, and the first time that I saw the trailer, it really stuck out to me because they were glowing with their elements almost. And when Link fights them in Breath of the Wild, they are not glowing with ice, with a golden firelight, with electricity. We don't see that. That doesn't really happen at all. So that was very interesting. I almost wonder if they were stronger when the champions fought them. Which is very interesting how that is changed, how they look almost completely different, and their elemental powers are glowing. That could just be a change in, like, the boss look, which wouldn't change, like, how canon the story is. That would just be them making the bosses look, I think they look cooler, to be honest with you. I think it gives them a little more flair that they didn't really have in Breath of the Wild, and that was a lot of people's complaints, is that all the Blight Ganons were kind of the same thing. Just like insert element here kind of thing, which they were, but I thought they were very fun and unique to fight and very hard. So we saw that, and it almost looks like that we are seeing their last stand. But as I have stated before, I think that somehow they're going to be able to turn the tides, and this is going to be in a second timeline. However, if this is not the case, then we are probably going to fight as the champions and hold off the Blight Ganons for as long as we can. And then I guess we'll die as them. That's kind of really dark, but I was hoping that wasn't the case, because obviously we don't want to see the champions die, because we're very invested in their storyline here. We also see Zelda wielding the Moonlight Bow, I think it's called, or Moon Scale, or something like that, which is very interesting, and I think that that will be very fun if we get to play as Zelda shooting the Moon Bow, because we got to do that at the very end of Breath of the Wild when you're fighting Ganon. Zelda gives you the bow, and you shoot at Ganon's eyes with it, the Malice eyes. And that was something you couldn't do very much, because then you had to completely defeat Ganon just to play for that, like, 2 or 3 minutes of you shooting that bow. So I think it'll be really fun if you can have a part where you can play as Zelda and be able to shoot her bow off. So that's just really fun that we'll probably be able to do that since we saw it in this trailer. We already knew that we could fight as the Divine Beasts, so that's going to be really fun. We can tell through this that we're going to get a lot more of the storyline. We can see the different champions talking. We see Zelda and Impa talking. We can actually even see Urbosa and Link talking. Newsflash, we've never seen Link talk before. Probably was a very one-sided conversation, if you ask me. But very interesting. This trailer was really awesome. It was longer than any of the ones that we have ever seen. So, tell me what you guys thought of this trailer in the comments. And if I missed anything, please point it out and like and subscribe. Thank you guys. Nintendo Archives out.